Here we are at the spiral tunnels in Yoho National Park in Canada. And we've got a train down there going in and out of the tunnel. And it sounds like another one approaching right below us here. And this is a point of interest stop on the highway here. Alright, so here you see the train entering the spiral tunnel, which is inside the mountain. You see the train right over here. And then it will come out over here. And here it comes.
Coming out of the tunnel?
Yeah. Coming out of the tunnel. It spirals around. Incredible. The front is coming out and the back of the train is going in. It's amazing. Camped right next to train tracks, actually, in Lake Louise, and I counted some of these train cars. Some of them, well, lots of them were 140 cars to 200 cars long. All right, the spiral tunnels here in Yoho National Park in British Columbia, Canada. Here's a little diagram that shows the route of the train. What we were witnessing from here is a train moving through here and then exiting the tunnel here. It will continue on under the highway and then another spiral on the mountain behind us, Mount Cathedral. So 2 spirals on 2 different mountains, or in 2 mountains. Well, we just came through the Kicking Horse Pass here in Yoho National Park in British Columbia. We saw the tunnel spirals, and we're here, I believe this is probably the Kicking Horse River. This beautiful northern scene here in Yoho National Park. Incredible, majestic mountains everywhere. These lush green pine forests and the glacial water. We're on our way over to Kicking Horse Campground. We'll be there really in about a mile or so. Incredible place. British Columbia. Just had lunch. Lots of trains in this area. And here we are at Kicking Horse Campground taking an evening stroll, which is our usual evening habit at really every campground we go to. This is an incredibly scenic one here. Right below us here is the Kicking Horse River, and that is Mount Stephen, about 9,600 feet high. There's the glacier there between the rocks at the top, and just to the right in this area you may see a waterfall coming right out of the rock. There's the Trans-Canada Highway with the tractor trailer, and just beyond it are the train tracks. You may see a hole in the mountain in the corner over here where the train goes through the mountain. Pretty remarkable place here, incredibly scenic in Yoho National Park. And here we can see literally water from the rock. And this is our campsite here at Kicking Horse Campground in Yoho. We are at site 42, which the view really can't be beat. Although right now we have this continual movement of clouds and fog, which really makes it interesting because the view changes literally every 5 seconds. Might see a waterfall coming down the mountain right there. I'd love to get over there, get a little closer, but there's a fairly major river right in front of us here. Let's take a look. This is the Kicking Horse River. It's right behind our campsite. And there is no way we're crossing that. Let's take a look. So the rain has been on and off here, so we have a little change in our plans. There it is, the Kicking Horse. Today we plan to do a hike to a major waterfall here, Wapta Falls, but with the rain and all, didn't think it was the best idea. So we're going to head over to Emerald Lake when the weather clears up, and we'll take a look at that. Let's get down a little closer to the river. We are moving our campsite in spite of this incredible view for tonight because we had a little trouble getting level. So we decided to move over to site 50, which is in the woods. Beautiful also. This is a rushing river, and in fact I think it's a little bit higher than yesterday with the rain. Okay, so a little view from our campsite, and we'll see what the rest of the day brings for us. We're just walking along this little trail on the other side of the river from our campsite, waiting for the sun to appear. We're just about done with this short little stroll. Head back to the campsite for a little bit and then up to Emerald Lake later this afternoon. Ah, the Canadian Rockies. right, well, Kathy and I waited out the spotty showers this afternoon. It's now a little after 5 o'clock. We made it up to Emerald Lake, one of the attractions here at Yoho National Park. We're not going to get to do everything we planned because of the weather, and we do have to get to Golden. It's a town in Canada here by tomorrow, so but we're glad to have gotten here. What a beautiful, beautiful lake. Obviously, you can see why they call it Emerald. How was your afternoon today, Kathy? Any thoughts?
Oh, it was very peaceful because weather wasn't so great outside. It's beautiful now.
Yeah.
It was cloudy and kind of raining this afternoon, so we just hung out in the RV.
Yeah.
Now this is just so beautiful.
Yeah, and at this hour, a lot of people leaving. We're able to get a spot easy. This is a very, very touristy place.
Still pretty crowded.
Emerald Lake. And now for our final stop of the day. We're stopping here at the Natural Bridge here in Yoho National Park, and it's right this way. We found Kathy again, who we keep locating everywhere. Just had a good day, right, Kat? All right, so we're just going to head over here to the waterfall. And this is the Kicking Horse River, which is really raging. And that almost looks like a whirlpool down there. Oh boy, that's pretty intense. Now we're going to take a look as we cross the bridge over the river, and there's the little waterfall rushing through. You know, it doesn't sound like much, water rushing through a rock, but if you're here, it's pretty impressive, pretty impressive. Alright, and we'll take a look on the other side of the bridge downriver. One look downriver. Alright, so that's going to bring to a conclusion our day today. Several activities. And tomorrow we're off to Golden, British Columbia, and then we'll continue our way out to the west coast. And we'll do one last parting shot as the sun has come out nicely. There I am on the bridge. And so goodbye from Yoho National Park, British Columbia.